There you go. Okay. Instruction to replace the text with the brackets. Delete them. Okay. So, group 2.
So do you guys know if Brian's going to come back into our group or not?
No, he's not. He decided just to stick with the other group.
Okay.
So
you're going to have to forgive me. I don't know everybody's names.
No, that's fine. I'm Jennifer Curtis with 2 S's on Curtis. It's a little weird.
C-U-R-T.
C-U-R-T-I-S-S.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I suck at spelling, so you're going to see mistakes all over the place.
R-I-L-E-Y. Spencer. S-P-E-N-C-E-R.
Okay, and then Quinn.
Q-U-I-N-N. And then E-L-I-A-S-O-N.
Sweet. Hopefully that was the hardest part.
Yeah, the business law, that'll be the easy part.
Okay. Oh, I forgot about this.
Only if it was that way.
So let me just open my example. Where did I do it? Because I can't even remember the example we had to do.
Oh, it's not. I think it was procedural law and
Substantive, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Here, individual example. Okay. Okay, explanation. Okay, so what was you guys' like definition of substantial law versus procedural law?
Who wants to go first?
Go. Okay.
Go ahead, Riley.
Let me pull it up.
Throw him under the bus.
What the? Somebody else can go ahead if you guys can find it.
All right.
I've got mine.
Okay, go ahead.
So for my example, I put Joe was suspected of committing fraud while being interrogated by the police. He provided a statement confessing to the fraud. Joe's attorney files a motion to make the statement inadmissible because his client had not been read his rights beforehand. And so to me, the substantive, however you say it, law is the Miranda rights where, you know, that's the obligation. He was supposed to be read his rights beforehand. And so the attorney's filing a motion because the procedural law wasn't followed through. He wasn't read his rights. So that's what I used.
Yeah. And then what part was the substantial law?
Well, the obligation to read him his rights, the Miranda rights. So that was what was broken. You see what I mean? That's the substantive law, is his rights to be, you know, to remain silent or whatever all the thing says in there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I was just trying to think, like, so when I was reading the definition, my like understanding was, and maybe I'm wrong, like procedural law is something, substantial law is something that you have to do, like no speeding over 25, whatever. But a procedural law is the process in which it's done, where something's done where like they have to give you a 30-day notice before you get fined, something like that. And I don't know if we're saying the same things or I just misunderstand it.
Yeah, I think basically procedural is enforcing those laws and enforcing the substantive laws. And so that could deal with contracts, torts, as it was talking about. I was doing mine on a criminal base where there's procedures that have to be, followed
Right,
through.
okay.
And so they weren't followed. In my example, it wasn't followed through. That's why.
It was wrong.
Yeah. That's
Got
why the
it.
attorney's filing a motion.
Perfect. Explanation of our example.
So that's mine. What do you guys got?
Quinn, go.
All right. So for me, example of a substantive law is, say, it's August 1st, and Bill forgets to his registration expires on his car, and he's driving it and gets pulled over. So the substantive law there would be the requirement to register his car, and then afterwards he is fined or even goes to court because it's not registered. That would be, and the procedures there would be an example of procedural law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works.
Perfect.
I know it's very simple, but that's kind of how I understood it.
Yeah.
The substantive laws are for main, I guess, for like citizens to follow, and then the procedural law is for lawmakers and how they go about and determining that law and what it entails.
Sounds good.
Yeah, mine was like you're speeding, and then that'd be you're speeding in somewhere, and you get pulled over. That's substantial law because you can't. But then when you have to go pay your ticket, that'd be procedural law because that's just if you're speeding, that's part of the procedure to go pay your tickets.
Perfect.
I like yours
Sweet.
better. They're easier to understand.
I hate mine. Mine's like I didn't write it. I guess I didn't write like an example. I kind of explained it in a situation, more talking about like carrying a gun on campus is the law. The procedure would be you then not related to the same subject. Procedure is you have to fix it, ticket. You have 30 days to do it. So, I don't know if someone wants to send me the example and then I'll just paste it there. Then I don't have to retype it.
It's like email it to you or something.
Yeah, if you just want to email it to me, you can text it to me too. I don't know how your Mac, if you have it set up. Either way works.
What example do you guys want to use?
Yours sounds probably more professional.
Yeah, I like professional.
Yeah, that's true. Yours is longer. Mine's pretty short.
Oh, well, is mine confusing though? I don't know. Yours, I don't know.
I think once you explained it, it made sense. I kind of didn't think it could work with the criminal, but when you explained it and talked about it, I think it works perfect. It was more my lack of understanding rather than your quality of writing.
Well, I mean, we can, if you want, we can use that one.
Yeah,
you guys think that's
let's do that.
Okay? So I'm gonna email this to you. Let's see what is this under individual.
Yeah, either way, I don't mind. They're all fast.
Quinn, have you had any classes that you got to take selfie videos?
Like this? What?
Have you had any classes like this that you got to like face-to-face before?
Yeah, I have taken one online class like this.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Can I just share my screen or something? Because I don't know why it won't let me. I'm having issues. I can't. I guess because I'm online with you. Wait, what's going on? Hold on. Okay, no, never mind. I got it now.
You're good.
Yeah, I don't need to share my screen. I'm just gonna go and you're gonna get it from my Yahoo account because that's actually what I usually use. I just have the Gmail since
for this. No worries. I'll grab it. It'll be here some.
Okay.
Oh, it's up on this screen. I have too many screens going. Throws me off.
Let's see.
All right. So explanation of our example.
Why is this? Okay.
Huh.
Okay, you should be getting it. I just sent it
Perfect.
to Benjamin
Yeah,
Johnson 102. You got it. Okay. All right. So I'll get out of here. Oh. Did you already pull it up?
Yeah.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, it was.
It's amazing. All the way from Virginia.
Okay,
Where are you
so
from, Jennifer?
What?
Where are you from, Jennifer?
Originally Florida, but we moved to Virginia last year. And before that, we were in California. Before that, we were in Ecuador. Before that, Georgia. My husband's job, we move around a lot.
Wow.
So,
That's
yeah.
cool.
But he's retiring, so this is going to be our last move.
Do you
So
like it
that
best there?
example, huh?
Do you like it best there in Virginia out of all the places you've lived?
Every place has had a lot of great things about it, but I really love it here. So we're right on the river, the Rappahannock River that flows into the Chesapeake Bay. So it's we're about 10 minutes from the Chesapeake Bay, and so the fishing's really good. It's a saltwater river, but it's huge, and we go kayaking and all that stuff. And then it's also country, so we've got land. And you're talking about horses. My daughter's got a horse. She's got a thoroughbred that she loves on. That's her
Wow.
baby.
Mhm.
But she rides English style. I'm guessing you probably train your horses Western style.
Yeah.
Riley? Yeah. But yeah, we love it. But the reason my question's a criminal one is that's what I'm used to talking. My husband's a federal agent, and so that's,
Wow.
I feel like I hear more about those cases than anything else. So that's why right away fraud and things came to mind.
Uh-huh.
Actually, murder and other stuff. But I'm like, oh, that's kind of dark. We'll say committing fraud.
Okay, so the next thing we have to do is write a quiz question. Any brilliant suggestions? It has to be substantial or procedural law, I guess.
Yeah. I know for that, the sample group assignment, like I looked through there, and they basically used their example and added a question to the end to it, at the end of it. So, because like theirs was about Bill is the CEO of a computer company. He regularly talks with companies, legal counsel, Nancy, about issues related to the company and its legal exposures. Anyways, it goes on, and he ends up giving her information that he probably shouldn't have. And so they end up using that example with the question at the end, was it a good idea for Bill to share this information with Nancy? And so I wonder if somehow we can just use our example and add a question to the end of it.
It's multiple choices, so we have to have like three.
Yeah, three answers.
4 answers correct and 3 wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Make the statement.
So I guess like what Jennifer said, if we take that example, so I took that example, I deleted the parentheses that actually gave procedural and substantial law. And then if we ask a question like, Joe not being read his rights would be defined. Well, I guess, I don't know, because that's only 2 questions, wrong
answers.
But I guess we could just go find some other law terms to say like, oh, that'd be against substantial law, that'd be against procedural law, that'd be against, I don't know, other examples of law, but I could look up in the textbook. Using the wrong terms. Here, I've got my textbook, whatever it is. Did we lose Jennifer?
I think so. She's gone.
Yeah, where'd she go?
Oh, now she's gone.
Yeah, she could have lost internet connection. She had to just reconnect.
Okay.
Maybe she'll send us a text.
Lost connection. Trying to get back.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go. There we go. Okay.
So if we did like substantial law, procedural law, and then we could do something like common law.
Yeah.
And
That's cool.
I don't know. And that way we could just kind of like try to throw them off a little bit, but not really that much because I don't want people to be rude and write rude questions, so I can't figure them out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because in the quiz question, you're not putting in parentheses what's what.
Yeah. So if we said like Joe not being
Oh, that's a good idea.
against
What type
So,
of law?
so
What
him
type?
not being as read as right would be procedural law, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So correct answer feedback. Is that like an explanation of why that's the correct answer?
That's how I interpret it, yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so
Common procedure. Read them their rights.
I'm wondering if there's a way to make it sound even more, because like the Miranda rights, I know they started like in the 60s somewhere or something. You know how in the reading it's like Article 1, Section whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
being so joyful I can barely handle it. So substantive law. The reason why it's not substantive law is it isn't, I guess it is required. It isn't a set law of why it's not substantial law. Looking at the definition would help.
And just so you know, for the word there,
Yeah, I
it's
probably did it wrong. Yeah.
T-H-E-I-R. Yeah.
That's my greatest weakness in life.
Hey, that's not bad if that's it.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good.
You are doing good.
I'm gonna look up this word in the textbook to see if
Yeah.
find.
Got common law.
Substantive law. Great, that doesn't help me. Refers to any body of the law created, defined, regulated rights and obligations within the framework of a single subject, such as contracts, torts, crimes, or
Common procedure to rule off.
okay, so for a reason why substantial law is wrong, I just like it is the body of the law, and reading one's rights is a rule that the officer has to follow. I really don't know how else to say it. Any suggestions, or we can just keep it?
Body of the law.
Reading.
Sorry, I'm like moving it while you're trying to read it.
No, you're fine.
On the right.
Oh crap! I think we might have messed this up actually. Because in the
What do you
textbook it says like here, I can show you what I'm looking at. In the textbook, it says right here, you should remember substantial law defines legal rights and obligations regarding to a specific subject. So the subject is the person being arrested, and their legal rights are to have their rights read to them. Right? So did we flip this?
That's what I was thinking.
So
I think
yeah,
it might
so
be.
their legal rights is that yeah. So the substantive law was their rights to have or to be read their rights. That's the substantive law. The procedural law was that it wasn't done. Now we could reword the example.
I understood the procedural law as would be the making of the substantive law, the rules of making it.
Yeah, like they're enforcing it, right? The law, or the Miranda rights would be the law or the right of anyone who's going to be arrested, and the procedural law would be the officer reading those rights. Is that?
I think so. Yeah.
I see how it is both ways, so I'm like trying to figure out
Yeah.
if we flipped it or if it's correct.
Huh.
I'm just looking at the textbook.
I think just as long as they explain it, either way.
Yeah.
Okay, so then let's make sure
we can back it up.
Procedural's enforcing it. So let's go back to, let me see the example again, see if we.
Yeah, let me pull it up. There you go.
I knew what I meant, but I might have not made it clear in my example.
Joe was suspecting fraud by committing. Committing fraud.
We could say, why did Joe's attorney files a motion. Well, we could end the quiz question with Joe's attorney files a motion to make the statement inadmissible, and then don't put the reasoning why, and then or say something like, why would did Joe's attorney have the right, or I don't know, was Joe's attorney correct in filing a motion? And you could have like two yes questions, or
Yes.
Like yes, because procedural law states it, or yes, because something else, and then two no question.
Mm-hmm.
Was Joe's attorney right to file
a motion?
Inadmissible.
So correct answer is yes. Because of.
Yeah, it goes below it.
Well, I'm saying this is the answer because it's yes because of procedural law.
Yeah.
Procedural law. And then down here say reason why.
The police officer did not read Joe's Miranda rights before getting his confession. Or before taking him into custody, any of that.
Okay.
MIR.
Is it MIR?
Yes.
For taking him into custody.
my greatest.
I wonder if this is still confusing. Because now I'm thinking, I mean, they're going to have to know, was Joe's attorney right to file a motion? People are going to have to know about Miranda rights in order to answer the question.
Well, I think
although we do give it in the correct answer. So I guess when they see that, maybe they'll know.
But I think that's like common, not common sense, but
kind of. Most people know.
Okay. So he provided statement confessing.
Everyone's watched enough movies.
Or taking him into custody.
okay.
Yeah, we could.
Yes. Substantial law or substantive law.
So we'll say this one like yes, because of.
Yeah.
Substantial, yeah. Do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then substantial law, the reason why it's wrong, substantial law is refers to a body of law. Oh my gosh.
Oh, so we have one correct answer. I got to come up with 3 more. Okay.
Yeah, 3 wrong ones.
I was saying there's just 2.
Maybe we could just do no because of procedural law now, and then no because of substantial law. But
yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Substantial law has to do with the body of the law, and in which I don't know if that makes sense. That's spelled right.
No, but that's okay.
You're incorrect.
Okay, who cares?
Yeah. We can figure out our answers and then go back and fix any mistakes.
So does that make sense? Because if it's the substantial law has to do with the body of the law, that's what the textbook says, and then say and not the rule in which the law was executed. So the rule is he has to be read his rights. Okay.
Maybe I'm wondering, maybe for the example, Joe is suspected of committing fraud. The officer took him into custody right away and started to interrogate him. Maybe something that shows that the rights weren't read. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
But committing fraud, I mean, we could say stealing something because that's, or it would be something that they'd take him right away. Oh, suspected of stealing a car, or no, what are you going to have him steal?
I don't know. Doesn't matter. I was going to write vehicle, and then I'm like, whatever.
Oh, okay. Joe's vehicle. That sounds more professional.
While being integrated by the police.
Joe was suspected of stealing a car. Period. Police officers immediately took him in for interrogation.
What did that just do?
I would just put the police officer took them immediately into interrogation. Sounds a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't have spell. Yeah. And then I check it, and then it's most of the time there. Into interrogation. While being interrogated by the police, he provided a statement of confession. While being interrogated by the police, he provided a statement
Make sure you change it where it says fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Statement. Confessing he in fact so in fact so Joe's attorney files a motion to make the statement in with to file a motion. So yes, because of imperial law, the police officer didn't read Joe his Miranda rights before taking him in custody. Yeah, that makes way more sense.
Okay.
I feel like.
Yeah.
So
And then wrong answer number 1.
I don't know if we can say. I wonder if we should do something else like common law, which has nothing to do with it. But
you could say no, and no. The feedback has to be like the correct feedback, or no, it's a wrong answer. So you can just give baloney answer, because I would think you'd put like no, the officer did nothing wrong, or he followed procedures, or I don't know.
Yeah, the feedback just has to back it up, whatever it says. If you put a wrong answer, the feedback has to say like why it's wrong.
So you could just put no, and the feedback could be something.
Yeah, and the feedback you could just say he was supposed to be ready to go.
Joe's attorney right? No. The answer is no. Joe's attorney had no basis on filing the motion. I don't know.
I don't know, but I don't want to say like procedure because that's the right answer.
Mm-hmm.
No, because the officer followed procedure. I don't know if that's right. What do you guys think? I can change it. I don't care.
No, I think that's good. The officer did nothing wrong because he did. And then, yeah.
Well, so, I was thinking for the wrong answer, can we just put no, or does it need, and then the feedback has all that information?
I don't.
Or
I think. I don't know. I say we just leave it because we only have one more to come up with.
Okay.
So we can't say yes because yes would also override yes because of procedural law. So I think we're just going to do like yes because of common law, and then.
Yeah, sounds good.
That works.
Not doing what my brain wants it to do. And then common law is the second of the two major legal systems. I'm trying to see like a good definitions. Common law has to do with or should the reason why. Oh, come.
Here it says common law is developed and pronounced by the courts in deciding cases, case law.
So I guess we could just say common law has nothing to do with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
looks good.
Okay.
I noticed on the quiz question, the last sentence was Joe's attorney right to file the motion. And there needs to be an apostrophe on Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, like, yeah, okay. I couldn't think of what to.
There we go.
Sweet.
Can I, scrolling down, I just want to read through it real quick, just see if it
Okay.
Yes, because
actually maybe go back up a little bit. Okay, thanks. I'm not sure for the feedback answers, I'm not sure there needs to be a comma after Miranda rights. I think it just can go, I don't know.
Would officer be capitalized in wrong answer too? I don't think so, would it?
No, no. I was going to say, yeah, some of them are capitalized. I think they all need to be lowercase, and I think maybe in the statement above, the police officer was capitalized. Oh, that looks good. Bolding it, underlining it. That's good.
So are these papers?
Well, the police can be capitalized because it's right after the period, but officer, I don't think needs to.
Yeah.
Okay.
What were you saying, Riley?
what?
Did you say something?
Uh-uh.
Oh, sorry.
Here you
I scroll down. I used to.
go. 3. Yeah, that looks good. Bolding it like that.
I also want to get on one page, so if I have to cheat.
Yeah.
So is this going to appear on a quiz we have along with the other group's questions?
Yep. There's 10 groups, and we all submit a question, and then he modifies them if they're wrong to make it correct, and then we have quiz.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is good. You know, I mean, obviously it's the first week, so I don't know about you guys, but I don't know what I'm doing. So by next week, when we meet, I think now knowing this, I'll probably like come prepared with quiz questions and stuff on my own, and maybe if everyone else does too, and then we can kind of compare and just
Get it done quick.
Yeah. Although somewhere, I feel like I read somewhere it says we have to meet for an hour. Did you guys read that?
I did. Yeah, I don't know how serious they are. I don't know if it's like estimated time that you need to meet an hour or if it has to be an hour.
Yeah, because I know since we're recording this, so how does that work? I guess he's going to look over the recordings.
Yeah, right now, I can't see our timestamp. Maybe I can see it in this.
Well, it's 10:55, so we're almost an hour.
Yeah.
But we didn't start until 10:15, so I guess you could argue.
That's the thing. We were just getting started.
Yeah. I think we're good.
Technical difficulties.
So the only thing is, if we come prepared, it's going to take us. It won't take us nearly. It's not going to take us an hour. So I might just email him and just ask, what do we do for the rest of the time? Are we supposed to be studying together or something? If we're supposed to stay on an hour, I don't know.
I know it's just kind of an estimated, like, meet for an hour or so, however long it takes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'll email him and ask it. Yeah, I'm guessing that's probably fine.
Mm-hmm.
So okay.
There's nothing in his syllabus about it, so I don't really.
Yeah, I know. I read it somewhere. It said, I don't know where, because there's a bunch of different things I clicked on.
Yeah,
so.
I read it too, though.
Well, and sometimes, a lot of the time, they'll say like suggested time is an hour, so you can plan it, but it's however long it takes you. I mean,
yeah,
because under the requirements here, let's just double check before we hang up on the group hangout thingy what we're supposed to do. Because I know we're supposed to do that paper, and I didn't know if there's something else.
Oh, the information.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you'll need, since you did the thing, you'll need to submit that.
Yeah, I don't mind doing that. That's fine. Let me just week 2. I go to week 1.
It says here how full credit will be awarded for submitting on time and for following the requirements in item number 5, which just talks about submitting the example or the template.
Okay.
Mhm.
And we did that. We
Okay,
filled out
yeah,
the
yeah.
template.
Yeah. So I don't know if we'll be. I don't know.
So how does he even like see our videos? Do we submit a link of that too?
Yeah, so it goes right on the template. There's link to HOA. I mean,
Oh,
yeah, HOA recording. So
okay.
Yeah, that was something you put on the top of that template, right?
so once I hang up, I can actually access the link, but we have to. Here, I'm just going to stop broadcasting and then I can just finish it.